Hi there, my name's Heather. If this is your first time, welcome. If you've came back, thank you. I thought maybe I would walk around and show some of my garden today because it's still May, so the humidity hasn't set in and the bugs haven't gotten real bad, and so my garden still looks good, and I still have all the high hopes that I'm gonna have bountiful harvest this summer, when in reality I am probably less than a mediocre gardener, but it's like my favorite thing in the world. I watch YouTube videos like all year long, just thinking that this is the year I'm going to be better at it. Hasn't happened yet. So I like to call this my what not to do gardening show. So I have a green stalk. Oh, cat almost got killed. Or me. I have a green stalk. I waited years to buy a green stalk because they are an investment, but I do love this thing. I'm still learning. Definitely still learning. This is my first successful year with it. This is my second year with it. As you can see, I don't have anything at the bottom, but that's because my goats and chickens tend to get out. But I do have stuff at the top growing this year. My cat is trying so hard to leap on me, so if I scream, you know why. Stop it. Okay. So up here I've got cauliflower started. No, not cauliflower, sorry, cabbage. And actually I was able to grow these by seed, which is my first year of successfully growing anything by seed out here. Now this one, these three bigger ones are actually starters I bought from the nursery. But I did get some going by seed. And then the second row here, there's two heads that are from the nursery that's well started, but I do have, again, some cauliflower that is taking off here, and some I was able to get, this cat is driving me crazy, get started by seed. And then down here I have some spinach, and I really thought I put broccoli down here, but I am not. I am just kind of waiting. I'm waiting to see if it's broccoli or cauliflower. I've got lettuce. These bigger ones are from starts again. The beets I started myself. You can tell they look pretty puny. But the lettuce I've been eating off of. Down here I know this is cauliflower because I actually put a cauliflower tag right there, underneath there somewhere. Anyhow, right there. So I know it's cauliflower. I'm not sure where I got the idea I put broccoli in here. I could have swore I did, but none of the leaves are really adding up. I don't think so. Maybe I didn't. My beautiful hosta garden. And two funny looking ostrich ferns I planted last year. I'd kind of forgotten that I put the bulbs or whatever in there. Now there's just two leaves sticking out of the ground. I hope they develop into more than that. I bought a blueberry bush this year. It was looking okay, but then a couple of my goats got out and ate it down to this tiny little nub. And over here I was so proud of this one because it's one I transplanted from another part in my yard, and it was looking okay. It was from before. Oh, no, kitty. No. It was from before, and I transplanted it. It was good, and the goats ate it down to two twigs sticking out of the ground. This cat. Okay. In here, I just put in calendula seeds this week. So I'm hoping to get some calendula from seed because I cannot find any in a nursery anywhere so far this year. Can't find echinacea or calendula. And here I've got, what do I have here? Basil and rosemary. And those are from Starts from the nursery. Same with this lavender here, but this chamomile, I actually was able to start from seed myself. Same as this cilantro, started from seed. I just harvested some of these things yesterday, like the basil and cilantro, some of the mint. And then I got some dill in here, and the dill and the mints are Starts. Because for whatever reason, I have problems with even mint, because as I said, mediocre gardener. But this is Mojito mint, and those were started by, from the nursery as well. So I want to get echinacea in these pots along with some calendula going. I want to try my hand at some medicinal. These bigger pots. Oh my goodness. Aren't we dressed up today? Yeah, hold on. These bigger pots, I had fruit trees in them. I did not take proper care of them. They did not last 2 years. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with those next. So now that the princess's dress is tied, we can, we'll move over to my bigger garden that I expanded this year. More room, more things to kill. I hope so. I do have some more from the nursery I need to get into pots or into the ground. I have sweet potatoes, and I definitely got to get those in here. Maybe today. We have softball and 4-H today after school, so hopefully I can get to it this afternoon. Uh-oh. I hear chickens and I don't see any chickens. Oh, I think my husband forgot to let them out again. Okay, here is my big fenced in area. We fenced in all along here behind the rabbit cages, clear out to the lane almost, and then down around there to keep the rabbits out. I have a lot of hopes of getting a lot of pumpkins in to help my animals through the winter, have some fruits to eat. Let's see, we'll start here. So over here I have carrots that I put in the ground yesterday. Oh, there's a loud airplane going over somewhere. I can't see it. Man, is that loud. Okay, so yesterday I planted carrots, and I've seen on numerous different things that covering them with a board helps them germinate better. So that is what I did after I watered them in, because I have had like no luck with carrots in the last several years. I have gotten like maybe 2 or 3 ever that were edible, and pretty much just went straight to like the rabbits. Okay, I've got cicada shells and cicadas all over the place. They're kind of unsettling. So anyhow, I have carrots under here, and I have sporadic peas that have kind of came up here and there, but I had started them in a milk jug, like doing the greenhouse thing, and they seem to have gotten stunned, so they don't really grow too much. And random radishes, but they don't seem to grow too much, so I don't think I'm going to get much out of them. Along the entire edges, I put bulbs of onions in. Like that's what's underneath all this green at the sides. So I put like 50 of them in. I don't know what in the world I would honestly do with 50 onion. I don't really cook that much with onions. We're talking like 5 or 10 a year, but they come in huge amounts. So if they were all to go or to grow, that would probably be fine for everybody that knows me, I guess. Hopefully they keep as well as people say after you cure them. I've got a couple different kinds of tomatoes in here. Let me think here. This here is Aroma. All my tomatoes are from the nursery because I just didn't have a place to even attempt seeds this year with them. So I've got Aroma, and I've got this grape tomato one, Fantastico, I guess. It had a whole bunch of tomatoes on it. It was falling to the side. I had to actually take them off. Honey, get off Mommy's back. Okay, and then back here I have, what did I put there? You know, actually that's a slicer. Yeah, that's a big slicer one. I don't remember if I said that. That's a Roma tomato. And then some kind of big slicer, early girl something. And then here I have a sunset, let's see, what's it called? A sun sugar. And this is a tomato. Oh, not tomato, of course it's a tomato. It's a cherry tomato. And then I've got basil tucked in around it and some marigolds. Because they say if you have good luck with this stuff, that those are good things to plant by them. Actually, I've never had bad luck with tomatoes, so even ones I start from seed. But more basil, and then I've got some peppers. I've got a lot of like the sweet peppers, the little like lunchbox peppers, and then a jalapeno, which I think is this one here. I have one jalapeno for some salsa, but the rest are just snacker kind of peppers. And then I've got some pickling cucumbers going from the nursery, with some dill tucked in around them as well. And then I'm trying an eggplant this year. I know nothing about growing them. I've never even looked at it before, so I keep telling my mom that if it works, you know, like it's good like zucchini, I'll be dropping it off and running like you do with zucchini in August. That's this part so far. And then down here I have flowers. I've got zinnias starting in this section, mostly cut and come again ones. I do not remember all the varieties. I kind of used all my leftover seeds and just went by the heights on the back of what row they went in. And then here I put some dahlia bulbs. I put 10 in. Looks like I have 4 that are coming up. This 4 is better than none. And then are they called gladiolus, something like that. I put those bulbs in room. Oh man, I would have to look. I'll have to look at the packages. 2 different kinds of bulbs up here, and more of the gladiolus or whatever they're called back here. And then along this edge where I have all these sticks planted along the side is where sunflower seeds at, like a mammoth one. I'm really hoping that those work, because I really would love to come out and see that. This bed here I planted last night of different kinds of pumpkins. I got like the Connecticut, the Casper, and I think just some of the little tiny ones that you like decorate with. I've got different mounds of those started. I do want to do a lot more. These were last year's seeds as well, so like the Connecticut ones I just kind of put in the back because I really don't know. It looked like the package had been wet, so I'm wondering if I forgot it in the rain at some point and just, I don't know what I did. Here I did 3 rows of sweet corn. I also tried to tuck in some peas and zucchini, I think it was, in there. Kind of like the Three Sisters. Hopefully it works out. I know that usually when you see it on Pinterest or whatever, it is showing that it's just like one thing of corn and then the peas and zucchini, but I don't know how the corn can germinate if you do it that way because it's not close enough. So anyhow, that's how I tried it. We'll see. I mean, if nothing else, I just hope that we get the sweet corn. That's all I'm really worried about. And these are all my rows of potatoes. Like, I think they were a russet potato. I'm all scared of where I'm stepping because 2 snakes came out of our mulch pile yesterday. So, but I think they're russet. I know I was looking for a kind that would store the best because I have hopes of, you know, one day getting a point where I don't have to buy the potatoes all winter long. So, but still learning after all these years. In this bed here, I had done a whole bunch of Brussels sprouts, except for, honey, can you not stand directly in front of me? Thank you. Except for my rabbits got in here and chickens and dug out all the Brussels sprouts. And so I have some radishes that started along the edge, and then a couple carrots that tried to come up here and there. You can see them coming up. And then I've got a watermelon on each edge of this cattle panel. And then one lone thing of cabbage decided it was able to come up. Oh, great. And then I have this cattle panel over here. Excuse me. And more watermelon. I actually I planted these, yes, but I bought the watermelon from like Lowe's or something. I didn't start those either. This entire thing was strawberries. I had transplanted strawberries that actually worked from my backyard in this little pool I had them in. I transplanted those and then put in at least 25 bare roots here before the rabbits and chickens came in and ate everything. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe little strawberry plants that are trying, that live through it. And then yesterday I planted a row of okra and 2 rows of green beans, like a garden bean, a bush bean. So I put tags this time. By each place I put a seed because this had a lot more, I guess, weed seed in it than I expected it to. So I'm not that experienced at what leaves and starts look like. So I don't know. I'm constantly taking pictures in an app to see if it's a weed or something I started, and it's always a weed. So this time I put tags up. And then throughout, let me think, through there I planted more radish seeds. I think I might have put some through here too. I know I put tons of different places. I just kind of sprinkled radish seeds throughout there because, again, all last year's seeds. So just trying to get on top of them so I can at least replace them instead of feeling bad when I keep buying more. Honey, what are you fussing about? The locusts? I know they're ugly, aren't they? You got yourself trapped in here? Okay, I'll get it off. Are you all better? Are you traumatized? Okay, good talk. All right, and then, so what have I left? Oh, and then I actually put in, I think, cantaloupe seeds along this side between the strawberry and the cattle panel. And then over here, I put in a summer squash, like a scalloped summer squash. So I hope that those work. Usually I have good luck with like squash coming out, so I don't necessarily worry too much about putting seeds in them not working. The cantaloupe, I can't say the same about. I don't have any luck with melons, and when they do grow, they don't seem to have any kind of flavor. So I really don't know what I do wrong there. But so this is what I have so far. Garden beans and okra, strawberry plants, watermelon plants, one sole cabbage plant over there, some radishes. I haven't decided what I'm gonna finish that up with. And then I still have room over here, so I got the peas, tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, eggplant, and then I actually have a good gap of space between the eggplant and where the zinnias start. So I got some room right here. And then I got to get my sweet potatoes, and then I want some more winter melons. I literally just said I needed some more winter melons. I meant winter squash. My daughter had me sidetracked. So big things I really want this year: sweet corn, lots of pumpkins, lots of potatoes, lots of flowers, and then lots of different kinds of tomatoes to make yummy things like tomato sandwiches, salad caprese. I would love to make salsa again. My salsa wasn't that great last year, but this year, or not last year, I guess it was 2 years ago I made it, but I feel like this year would be much better. Those are the things I really want to make sure that come out. Okay, so I got her in from the cat that was eating the locust, which I saw the cat, I saw no locust, but anyhow, she's inside, not panicking anymore. So I'll come down here and show you my sad attempts at an orchard. sad attempts, because I've never really gotten much. So this entire thing here was like a wild blackberry, the kind with the bad thorns. So they tasted okay, but it just was a lot, especially for little ones out here, you know, just not even paying attention. You could walk into it. So I burnt it down this spring, I think it was, or the last fall. I think it was this spring. And I want to get this whole thing down, but I need my husband to actually do it. Here, I think there's a rose bush, I think, down here, but then the rest of this, I don't really know what's going on. I think this is like an intrusive weed bush kind of thing. What the dead limbs are coming out is beyond me. I don't know. And then we got all the trellises. I have high grass, and it's wet out here, and I'm thinking copperheads. So anyhow, another of these invasive tree things. So like it all needs to come down, and unfortunately it did not do well with burning. Like it was still standing, and you can see, I mean, this was like overtaken, but some of it just would not go. And then this is an old compost bin that the last owner did. I started it, but then realized quickly that it was overtaken by trees and stuff when it got warmer, so I stopped using that. And I'm gonna piece by piece burn that down when we have fires also. Say hi, honey. Say hi, honey. Oh. It's one of my pretty kitties. So cute. Okay, so as you come down to the end of these blackberries, here is a I think it's a Gala apple tree, or Fuji, one or the other, I'm not sure. Here I attempted 2 years in a row to do Honey Crisp apples from Stark Brothers. They replaced it. I got another one. I wouldn't ask them to replace it again when it didn't work out the next year, because I think there's just something wrong with that area. So I bought like a $15 tree from Honeycrisp tree from Tractor Supply this spring and stuck that stem in here, and it's going okay. That here, where is it? Let's see here. Yeah, this is one of the trees I believe I had gotten out of my pot up there, but it was too late. So I don't see any signs of life for that. I need to mow out here really, really bad. It's kind of scary. And then down here, this is so gross. This is a cherry tree, or a cherry bush I put in a couple years ago, but it has completely been overtaken by locusts. It's like a nasty locust tree. She's coming to attack me again. Oof. But it has so many that it's just like it's hanging down from it. Stop it. She jumps on me and then puts her claws in my shoulders to hang on for dear life. Stop it. Okay. So this here is 2 more rows of blackberries, but these are the thornless blackberries. Ugh, again, look at the locust. It's just disgusting. I wonder if we'll even have any kind of fruit of anything this year, the way that, I mean, there's hundreds of them on these rows of blackberries. And I said, this is a good one. This is the one that doesn't have all the prickly thorns. So I don't know, it makes me sad. I don't like that. So up here by the little screened house we have out in the yard, these, well, I guess this is just one. This is a hydrangea bush that the last lady had put in, and it's beautiful. I have tried hydrangea bushes for years with a lot more care taken than this here. That is so frustrating. And then I had put in hostas all around last year. It needs to all be mulched over here again, but I always have luck with hostas. They grow like weeds, I assume, for everybody, not just me. I don't think it's really a green thumb if you can make a hosta grow. But I love them. I think they're beautiful. I'm glad they grow that way. I just don't think it takes any talent. And this is my garden last year. The 2 little raised beds, the area next to the house that I had containers all the way down, and well, that's where one of the arches was, and then there was an arch between these, the trellises, and that is what I have taken down. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this area yet, but it is completely overtaken by weeds. Also, I think it was right in here, I had like some digged areas that I had tried some stuff, but there was a mole or something, and it just absolutely dug everything up. You can see right here where it's started again. So yeah, hopefully I'm not going to have the same problem down there. Maybe without trees, maybe I will. I don't know, because I had dogs and cats up here, so it wasn't that, and they won't be over there. So hopefully it's not like that. Hopefully they don't find it. Still got my planters down here from it. Look at all this mess. And then my big tractor tires that I got to start planting the strawberries in. Looks like the kids have been playing over here. We got a wagon. And this here is a Japanese maple that my mom got us when we adopted 3 of our kids. And before we moved from that house, oh, it's not a Japanese, what's it called? Sun Valley maple, but it has the bright red it turns in the fall. So when we moved from that house, we actually dug it up and brought it to this house with us. And because obvious reasons. So we've had it since 2020. is when we adopted those 3. And so yeah, we brought the maple for obvious reasons. They had to come, sentimental reasons. So in 2020, it went into the ground. And then in January of 2022, it was taken out of their yard there and brought here and put into the ground. Probably around March or April of 2022. And finally it's starting to be okay with the transition. It didn't handle it very well at all. So it's kind of stunted. You'd maybe think it'd be a little bit bigger. I need to take off some of these lower leaves and stuff so they don't turn into branches like the little suckers. Oh my goodness, what is this? Is this this is weird, y'all. What is this thing? It looks like a giant asparagus. It's so ugly. Okay, I just had to look it up. It's called an Adam's needle. Yucca? I don't know. It's kind of vulgar and intrusive looking if you ask me, and I've never seen it come up before. This big old bushy area is just full of poison ivy and other things that the last person put in, and I think it'd be really pretty, but it's full of poison ivy and it's hard for me to get rid of because my husband is so allergic to it that it needs to go, but yet I don't want to get it airborne on him or get it anywhere on myself, and it gets away from me because it's also built up, so I can't just run it over with the mower. I need to do a weed eater on it, and I'm not very good at running those because they're so heavy. Like a good one's so heavy. Like locust shells all over the place. Ah! She got me! I totally wasn't paying attention, and here we are. Ow, 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 ow. This is hurting so bad when she does this. Okay. So she waits. She waits for me to like look away and not be on guard, and here she comes with her claws. So anyhow, that is my last year's garden compared to my this year's garden, but every spring it looks great. It's just, you know, massively huge, more stuff for me to kill this year. And then the pond that I finally got them to repair, and it wasn't ever finished, so it's full of rainwater, at least. God only knows what other dead things have fallen in there. At least I know chickens float because I've had that happen before, so there's none of those. But and then the cat waiting in the bird bath. So smart, knows what she's doing. So I think that's about everything I have planted in my yard as of right now. How can I forget? For Mother's Day, I bought myself a dwarf Alberta spruce, all because of a Hallmark movie that I thought was so cute that they started a tradition that they would make ornaments and decorate for Christmas, things for the animals, so like bird seed ornaments and popcorn garland and stuff like that. And I thought, I want to do that. That's such a cute idea. Here are my lilac bushes that I trimmed back this last fall, and they were overtaken by these awful intrusive things that were over there as well. They're all along my driveway. As you can see, they're all in that thing of trees over there. There was big mounds of them in my backyard that I burnt down. They remind me of kudzu in Atlanta. You know, somebody just brings it and it's intrusive, and it took over most of Atlanta. If you look at any of their power poles, anything, there's kudzu everywhere. So my alarm went off to get my kids from school the other day, and I never got back to my video. So it's been 2 days now, and finally started mowing the yard tonight. A little bit of grass you can see going. Beautiful sunset. So pretty out here. But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you did. Just takes you a second, doesn't cost you a thing, and it just means the world to us. Thanks. Have a great day.